One of the most common questions I get is how to get your first client or how to start your agency and start running a successful business. And in today's vlog, I want to share with you my journey of how I got to where I am with my agency, and maybe that'll spark some ideas for you to work with. What's going on, guys? For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Dan Bragg, and you are following my account most likely because you're either an agency owner, trying to be an agency owner, or maybe you're a friend. For those of you that have been following my Instagram account, you've noticed that I've been posting quite a bit of value bombs on you guys every single day. And in one of my recent posts, I released a giveaway contest where you can get a free copy of an ebook that I've just prepared for the past probably month or so, which pretty much contains all the information of what I've gathered throughout my years of running my agency, from how to start it, to how to maintain it, to how to get new clients, and so on. Everything is in there, and those are my core principles of how I've ran my entire agency. And of course, this ebook is still a work in progress. I'm gonna improve it with the years, but for now, I wish someone gave this to me when I started, because it would have really fast-tracked me from where I was. So if you're not already participating in the giveaway, make sure you go on my Instagram account, dan.bragg, and just in case the ebook wasn't enough for you to participate, you also get a 1-hour free coaching call with me, where I'm gonna walk with you through any issues you might have for a full hour. Alright, so enough of the giveaway stuff, let's talk about what you came here for. Now, I want you to understand one thing. When you pick a path in your career, whether it's web design, graphic design, or anything else, whatever niche you pick, whatever industry you pick, doesn't mean you have to stick to it. You're more than allowed to switch. Nobody's holding a gun to your head and saying this is what you must do. So I want you to keep in mind that when I started, my agency was not actually formed right away into becoming a web design firm. As a matter of fact, I've started a business that was completely irrelevant to what I'm doing right now. I did a classified ads business where I wanted to become the best classified ads service out there. And next thing you know, throughout development and learning and mistakes, I decided that my actual route is what I enjoyed, which was web design. And from my failed mission of completing this classified ads website the way I wanted, I realized that my true skill is to help businesses develop their site and improve on their marketing strategies. And that's where I could actually make a lot of money on. So that's what I switched to. And let alone the money part, I was enjoying what I was doing. That's what the main drive for me was. Now, of course, setting up your portfolio and getting the first client and getting reviews and all that is really important stuff, and this is what I cover in the ebook. But you also got to keep in mind that no matter what setup and foundation you have, if your mindset is not fully there, you're not gonna grow. It's up to you to be that crazy person that wakes up and goes to sleep thinking about your business. And if you don't have that in you, you might as well go to 9 to 5, work for somebody else. It will be a routine thing for you, and you don't have to worry about income not coming in. You gotta understand that being a web design agency owner means you gotta take on a lot of roles. You're gonna wear a lot of different hats in that position. You're gonna be the finance guy, you're gonna be the guy that closes deals, you're gonna be the guy that manages people, you're gonna be the designer and developer a little bit too, you're gonna have to customer service people, right? So there's a lot that's involved in it. It's not just jump into being an agency owner and next thing you know money is rolling in. That's not how it works. There's a lot of work involved. It took me 6 years to get to where I am today, and I'm still learning myself, right? But the very beginning of my career, a lot of mistakes were happening. I was learning through so many curves and so many client conflicts and so many issues that came up that it drove me to a place that I had to figure out a formula or somewhat of a system that'll make my life easier in the long term, because I didn't want to keep repeating those mistakes. I didn't want to keep repeating arguing with clients and having conflicts and so on. So my, so to speak, secret is I had to ask lots of questions. I would go on forums, I would reach out to people that are way ahead of me and ask them what they would do. And I'll continuously improve on my skills and my knowledge until I got to a point that I'm comfortable continuing running my business. Now, about the niche selection, and again, I cover more in depth about it in the ebook. Once you pick a niche, that does not mean that you have to stick to it for the rest of your life, right? Just because you start with one niche, let's call it niche A, if it doesn't work out after 3 months or 6 months, and you feel like there's not really much traction going on, you feel like you're kind of not really loving it, and the niche itself is kind of like boring for you, you're more than welcome to switch. And you know what? With every switch, yes, you will have to do a little bit of an adjustment. You will have to reintroduce that new niche slowly. And the way to do it is simple. Start updating your portfolio to show more work catered to that new niche that you're going for. Change up your content a little bit to cater more to that niche as well. Start talking more about that niche specifically. Next thing you know, slowly over time, you fully switched and you completely faded out the old niche that you don't really want to work on anymore. Now here's another trick, so to speak. When you pick a niche and you're working on that niche for a while, you don't have to stay so small by offering one service. You can be an expert on that service, but you can also expand and upsell on other services too. And that's how I grew my agency to where it is today. I don't just offer web design to my clients and that's it. I offer them a website development, of course, that's the main core of our business, but also after the website is launched, there's maintenance, there's hosting. Maybe they needed branding before we started, or maybe they needed something else completely that we might be able to fulfill as well. Just because a client asks us, hey, do you do this, doesn't mean that we'll be like, no, we only do websites. You want to be able to cater to your audience as well if you are able to fulfill that project. What you develop and what you show on your portfolio is two different things. You don't have to show absolutely everything on your portfolio. Only handpick what you want to display so that your niche audience, the target audience in this case, will see what you're showing and based on that make a judgment if they want to call you or not. They don't need to know all the fine details of what you upsold or other services you might offer just yet until they contact you. So this is the beginning stage, right? This is how I got to where I am, and it took 6 years to get there. You might be on the first day, or you might be on the first week or first month, and you're still not getting that first client. You're still struggling to figure out what your niche is, and that's totally fine. That doesn't mean that you have to rush and figure it out. You don't have to settle for whatever first client comes in. If you know that you're not happy with that client, right? If you know that's not your niche that you want to go in, slow down. Take the project that you want in a niche that you want to work in. Maybe even ask if you can work on a project for them at no cost just to have the first portfolio piece. Maybe do a fake project, right? Just pretend you're working for some sort of company, you're working on their website or whatnot, and you're creating them a fake portfolio piece just so you can have a case study later showing what you've developed and designed for this fake company. Now, who cares if it's fake or not? No client is going to actually check if it's fake or not. But you're not lying here, you're showing your skills and your work. Whether the company is real or not doesn't matter. I have quite a bit of portfolio pieces on my website even still that the website no longer exists anymore because the company shut down, but the portfolio piece is still there because we have designed it and still worked on it. Just because the company shut down does not mean that our design is not relevant anymore, right? So you gotta keep that in mind that when you're first starting out, you're gonna have maybe a slower time getting some clients. That's normal. Right? Don't freak out. Follow all the steps that I post about on my Instagram account. That should definitely help you as well. And as long as you set up the proper foundation and you stay consistent as much as possible, just like I'm talking about in my Instagram post, you should be able to see some growth going. And that's all for today, guys. If you haven't already joined the giveaway on my Instagram account, make sure you do. Dan.Brag. Follow that account. Make sure you tag a couple of friends that might be interested in that ebook as well and share it on your story just to spread the message more. And for those of you that haven't already subscribed, obviously you want to subscribe because I'll be posting quite a bit more content like this and better as I improve on my content creation on vlogs because I have been slacking for a little bit on my YouTube channel, but I'm back. So guys, I'm really thankful for you for watching this whole video and I'll see you guys in the next vlog.